Manifestation is not magic. Manifestation is not about sitting and waiting for your life to change. Manifestation is not about writing something in your journal and then forgetting about it. Manifestation is not about saying positive affirmations and then doing nothing about it. Manifestation is not about waiting for the universe to do all the work for you. And most importantly, manifestation is not about pretending to be happy while you are full of worry. Your mind is full of tension. Manifestation is about creating goals, having steady and strong belief, and taking steady and consistent actions towards achieving those goals. Recently, I watched a podcast by Raj Shamani, and there the guest said something very simple and important and equally powerful. He said most people think illogically, but in a negative way. We imagine failure without proof. We expect rejection without evidence. We fear loss without facts, and we call it being realistic. But that's not realism, it's fear. And then he said something very beautiful. If you are going to imagine anyway, why not imagine something good? That one line explains manifestation. Because overthinking is also imagination, but it is pointed in the wrong direction. The guest at the Raj Shamani's podcast also said that he worked with the Indian women cricket team captain Harmanpreet Kaur before the important matches. Before facing strong teams, fear was natural. The opponents were powerful, the pressure was high. Her mind could have said, what if I messed up? What if I disappoint everyone? That is what most of us feel before big moments. Instead of stopping her thoughts, he trained them. He would ask difficult questions. What if the empire is unfair? What if the pitch is bad? What if the weather goes wrong? And every time Harmanpreet's core answer would be match to hum hi jeetenge. No overthinking, no self-doubt, just belief. And slowly her faith became stronger. That is manifestation, not magic. Mental discipline. This is exactly what Krishna teaches us in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, verse 6. He says the mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Your mind can lift you and your mind can break you. Same mind, but different direction. When your mind criticizes you, it becomes your worst enemy. But when your mind supports you, it becomes your friend. Overthinking makes your mind enemy. Manifestation makes your mind ally. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 myths about manifestation and overthinking. Myth number 1, if you manifest, you should never feel fear. Many people think manifesting means always feeling confident, no fear, no doubt, but that is not real. Everyone feels fear. Even the strong and spiritual people feel fear. The only difference is they don't let fear control their decisions. Overthinkers obey fear. Manifestors walk despite fear. Myth 2, just thinking positive is enough. Some people say if I stay positive, everything will work out. But they take no action. They do not practice, they do not work, they do not improve. Positivity is energy, action is direction. If you take no action, positivity is just imagination. Manifestation happens when belief and effort walk together. Myth 3, writing it down means it will happen. Writing goals is powerful, it gives you clarity, but it is only the first step. Making a grocery list will not feed you. Going to the store and cooking will feed you. Your journal gives awareness. Your actions gives you results. Overthinking stalks actions. Manifestations moves you forward. Myth 4, surrender means sitting and waiting. Many people say, I have surrendered to God, but they haven't done anything. They have not given their best. They have not tried. They're just sitting and waiting. That is not surrender. That is escape. True surrender comes after effort. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 47, Krishna says, "You have the right to perform your duty, but not to the results. Do your work honestly, prepare sincerely, then serve your work with devotion." Then in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 66, Krishna says, "Surrender to me, I will free you from fear." Krishna doesn't say do nothing. He says, first give your best, then trust me. That is real surrender. Courage with faith. When we understand these, we stop fighting with our mind and we start working with our mind. So, how do you turn overthinking into manifestation? Not by fighting your mind, but by training it. When a negative thought comes, pause, redirect it. Instead of letting one thought become 10 worries, choose one better thought. When your mind says, "This is too hard," tell yourself, "This is teaching me how to grow. I'll do my best and I will leave the result to Krishna." That shift changes everything. This is practice. This is discipline. This is spirituality in our daily life. Think of your mind like a horse. If you don't guide it, it will throw you. If you train it, it will carry you far. Overthinking is an untrained mind. Manifestation is a trained mind. So today, do three things. Make clear goals. Take one small step, action towards it, and release one unnecessary fear. That is manifestation. That is growth. And tell me in the comments below, what is one fear you are ready to let go of today? My name is Bhavna Singh, and thank you so much for listening. Remember, I'm always in the corner and I'm always rooting for you. Your overthinking is not your weakness, it is your imagination. Now turn it into your strength. Until we meet next time, take care and Radhe Krishna.